far as something in the landscape or some part of Winter Garden that's missing, that's gone now, that you really miss?
Well, I used to get on my bicycle and ride down to the city pool, take a lunch, sit under the bridge and eat my lunch, and stay the afternoon for arts and crafts and stuff. And that was nothing for me to ride my bike from home to the park. But they don't do that now. No, no. But the pool's still right where it was.
Can you talk a bit about Teal and Sons?
Yeah, Teal and Sons was the name of our dairy property. At that time, Granddaddy Teal was the Teal, and Hilton and Lowell Teal were the Sons. And so he somehow decided to go into a corporation, and so that's why it was named Teal and Sons. Now it still has 2 daughters, but it's Teal and Sons. And all of our farming now has moved south. We have orange groves now in Lake Placid, which is south of Sarasota. No, that's not right. South of Sebring. South of Sebring. And it's a busy spot down there. But the orange groves down in Lake Placid are gorgeous. And there's acre after acre after acre of them. Just lots of them. So that's a big change for us. But we're out of the orange grove business now up here. But you can certainly go down there and see it. You know, there's a ridge that runs through Florida. Have you ever heard of that?
I haven't.
Well, it's a ridge that follows down the state that way, and it's at the bottom of the ridge. And that's where our one orange grove is. And there's constant water flowing, constant. I can't tell you how many gallons a day, because I don't know. But it's beautiful grove country. Beautiful grove country.
It's very fertile for growing.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So that's the change down there.
What do you see for the future of Winter Garden? What do you hope for the future of Winter Garden?
Well, I'd like to be, I went up town one day and sat down in a chair outside Davis Pharmacy. That used to be, now it's the pizza place. And I thought, I'm going to sit right here till I see somebody I know. It took me 45 minutes. All strangers. To me, all strangers. So I don't know where they're coming from, but they certainly are coming out here. Well, we have a nice new library. We have just everything, but you couldn't go uptown in Winter Garden and buy a spool of thread. You couldn't do it. It's not there. But you sure could eat. Lots of restaurants. So that's been the biggest change for me. I went to work when my children were all out of high school, and I went to work at Lakeview High School. And during that time, it was changed to Lakeview Middle School. And they built West Orange High School. And Lester Dabbs at that time was our principal, and he put together the staff to move to Lakeview, to West Orange High School. And I went with that move. And it was certainly an interesting building. It had carpet everywhere, which was dumb. Dumb. You don't keep clean carpet with 3,000 kids a day walking on it. But anyway, that's the way it was built. Now it's torn down and has been replaced by a huge new school that is where the football field was, but no more. So that's been a change. After that, I had an opportunity to move and work for the city of Winter Garden. And for somebody that just started out to work for 1 year, I worked 24. I just kind of got into it and couldn't get out of it. But I worked for the city of Winter Garden, and that was a great experience. Mr. Watts was the finance director for the city, and he and I did all the payroll, paid all the bills, did all the bookkeeping. And he's now 101, living in Orlando. But he was a good finance person. He walked in my office one day, and I said, well, it's nearly time to go home. He says, not time yet, get busy. It wasn't always something to get busy doing either, but it was a fun life. It was a great life. Ray Creech was city manager. And Ray Creech was going to retire, and Hollis Holden replaced Ray Creech. And I remember one day Ray walked in my office, and I said, well, Ray, I was going to retire, but I'm kind of tempted to stay here and work with Hollis for a while. He said, well, I'll tell you something right now, it's not going to be the same. And it wasn't. I didn't work much longer. Not going to be the same. Hollis had his own ideas about things, which included the trail, which was good. He was a former submarine commander, but he was born and raised in Winter Garden. And that's where we got him from. I don't even know anybody. I go in that new city hall now. I don't know anybody in there. Don't know them. But that's all right too, because I don't have any business going down there.